All right, guys, we're live. Brown Wrestling Google Hangout. Richard Immel here for USA Wrestling. Got four gents with me from Brown. A possibility maybe of a couple others coming in. Maybe not, though. They had to go catch some finals. But got Ophir Bernstein here on my left, NCAA All-American for Brown. And three coaches, Todd Beckerman. Doing Todd. Looking classy.
Hey guys.
Travis Pascoe, how's it going, man? Looking like a boss. Tyler Grayson. All right, fellas. Well, I got some questions for you, and try and get some fan questions in as well. So if you're watching live at home, tweet us your fan questions. You can use the hashtag Brown Hangout and tweet at USA Wrestling. And if any of you guys want to get tweeted at personally, their Twitters are on the screen as well. So I'll just kick things off, Coach. Start things off. Talk about your team a little bit. What you got this year? How you feeling about it?
We got a mixed. We got some seniors, with Ophir and Ricky and Billy, and we got a strong senior leadership. And then we got a good group of freshmen that came in this year, working hard, pushing each other, and then sophomore and junior class. It's been a fun year. The guys put the work in this summer, and it's really showed this fall with the East Stroudsburg Open. Having multiple placers there, a finalist, and then going to Navy Classic, having a champ there, and multiple placers, and then just getting back from Vegas. That tournament it gets tougher and tougher every year. It seems like it's almost as tough as the NCAA tournament because teams can bring everybody. Whereas the NCAA tournament, you got to qualify. So we had two placers there with Justin Stoudemire taking fourth, and and Ophir taking sixth. So like we saw last year, the guys we competed with at Vegas, we saw in the round of 12 at the NCAA tournament when it mattered. So we had to make sure we went back this year, and coming away with two placers. We're hoping to have a multiple All-Americans at the NCAA tournament this year. That's the plan.
Awesome. Yeah. So good to get that competition in as well, and traveling west and facing all those top teams. So yeah, I mean, second year for you, Coach, over there at Brown. What's been different this year? Now they've got your feet under, you've had a year. What's your vision for your program?
Well, we said it year one, producing All-Americans, and the future is to produce All-Americans and national champs every year. This is a great place with great mix of academics and athletics. So last year was a great start, and now guys on the team know it can be done to have an All-American in the room training, and now those guys know it. And for recruiting, it's a big piece. Now guys know they can come to Brown and get an Ivy League education and become an All-American national champ, and go on to be very successful. So we've set the foundation right, and now just trying to build off of that.
So then mentioned your All-American, Ophir. How's it going, man? 8th place in the NCAA tournament last year. What was it like getting that All-American status last year? Obviously, wasn't the national championship that you were striving for, that you wanted to get, but still All-American status, a big deal. I think it was the first one for Brown in 16 years, if memory serves me right. So yeah, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I don't know the exact difference in time between the last All-American, but definitely a big honor to be the first one in a while. And going into Brown, I came to Brown because I felt like I had I would be put in good position where I could be an All-American and accomplish not only my athletic goal of being an All-American, being a national champ in wrestling, but also I could achieve my academic goals of putting myself in opportunity to get good connections, good internships over summer, and then after I'm done with college, be put in a good position to do what I want to do in life. So I'm definitely I'm excited about it, about performing well in the national tournament and becoming an All-American. But on the other hand, I came to Brown because I knew that could be done here.
Awesome. Well, you actually stole one of my questions. I was going to ask you, what drew you to Brown, and obviously academics, probably a huge part of that as well, being a total student athlete. So what's that like for you, encompassing the Ivy League education with being a student athlete? Managing that. What's that like?
It's not easy, balancing academics and athletics. I don't think anyone will tell you it's easy, but it definitely can be done. We have every guy on our team does real well. We have one of the top GPAs in the country as a team, and looking to even improve further upon that, just like we're looking to improve upon our athletic results from last year. And yeah, like I said, it's a little tough balancing it, but it's all about time management and just really dedicating yourself to it. And when you love academics at Brown, when you love your classes, when you love your professors, and you're really interested in the subjects, and when you love wrestling and you like your teammates, you love going to practice, it's really not that bad because it's something you enjoy doing. We're all none of us are on scholarship here, so when we're going to these practices, we're choosing to do it. No one's making us do it. We're practicing. We're part of the wrestling team because we want to do it. We want to be part of Brown wrestling, part of a big thing that's coming.
So you're trying to tell me you're kind of smart. So if you're trying to... Ophir's working on an iPad right now. So he's not even using the computer. He just skipped that, went straight for the iPad. Awesome.
That's what's pretty special with these guys. I mean, when we think about it, it's like how much work other schools are putting in. I mean, these guys are putting in that plus the academic side. I mean, it's pretty special when you see not only our team but every other Ivy League placing at the NCAA tournament. When you're thinking about what kind of academics is on their plate leading up to the preparation for the NCAA tournament. It's pretty neat being on the other side of it and seeing how they handle it.
Right.
I mean, we're in finals right now, and these guys are having 3-hour finals and preparing for that, and then we're practicing and working out, and it's really a big balancing act. But these guys want more out of it, and they're getting the best of both by wrestling and the academics when they're going to graduate.
Right, and I mean, and Stoudemire and Watterson, they just decided to skip for their finals. They didn't want to come hang out.
I try to tell them.
Awesome. Well, let me kick it over to your other two coaches just for a second. I'll start with Tyler. You wrestled at Central Michigan. MAC champ, round of 12. What experience do you bring to the team? What's your day-to-day? What's your goal and your role in the team?
My goal is, last year we had our first All-American in a while, and, my goal is getting more than just one, getting 2, 3, and 4, and, getting those guys placing high in the IWA tournament, going to the NCAA tournament, placing high there, and, just, trying to crack that top 10 and work our way up to a team trophy. I mean, our goal is just to win just as much as anybody else. Our guys put in a lot of work, and, they want to be here, and you can just see the progress that we're making. I think the big thing since Todd's been here is just the expectation that we have for these guys, and now they're starting to have it for themselves. So you kind of see that, from the coaching staffs rolling over to the athletes, and that's one thing I really like that's been happening.
So who are you working with on the day-to-day in there? What are you trying to show them and develop them with as well? Loaded questions, I know, man.
No. My job's, to make them work as hard as they possibly can. If it's smashing them one day and, maybe letting Ophir get a takedown on another day. It's just, the big thing is just, helping them progress and get better every day. As long as they get better every day, and you're going to see that progress translate to the mat.
Hey, Richard, Tyler's the total package. Like I tell people when I got here, I said, who do you work out with? He said from 125 to heavyweight. And it's the truth. I mean, he's working out with every one of them. He's an animal. Well,
that's got to be beneficial to have, though. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of teams segmented. Have a coach for lower, middle, upper. So Ophir can't take you down.
He can sometimes.
All right.
He's been very instrumental with Justin, especially his last 2 years. I mean, Coach Grayson's really worked with him a lot, and he's having a great year. We hope to get him on top of that podium. So it's great start at Vegas and carrying it over. But yeah, Coach Grayson's been a big part in his development.
Well, and Travis, first year at the team, correct? So what's it been like coming in to the Brown family?
It's been a great transition. Coming in from being where I was at Oregon State to here, a great transition to help work with great athletes like Ophir and Justin and a few other guys, Ricky McDonald. We're trying to, I think we, as a coaching staff, we're on the same page. We all want to we all want to increase, obviously the output of, level of competition, how we compete across the board from, 125 all the way through our heavyweight, So what we're doing is we're trying to increase our output in the practice room all the way through competition, and even in the classroom. We want our guys to even push it that way too. We don't want to just be the norm and be what we were last year. We want to get better and better as the years progress.
So you're going from West Coast to East Coast, man. I mean, how's that for you? You like the East Coast?
Yeah, it was. It was just a big transition. Move across the country.
Yeah.
Transition year. It's good though. Really the weather in Rhode Island is very similar to Oregon. Kind of rainy, being on the coast, that kind of thing. It gets a little bit colder here in the winter, but not too bad. So it wasn't a huge transition for us that way. But yeah, it was a long move, and I feel at home now. Everybody's been real welcoming and stuff in the Brown community, the Brown wrestling, family, all that stuff has been awesome for us.
Hey, we're happy he came across the coast. I mean, cross country. He's a road warrior with that. That's for sure. He took a chance on the program and came out, and he's been great with Ophir and Ricky and the upper weights. And I think we have a beard contest going on, as you can see. And,
man, I just shaved. You should have told me.
Yeah, we're in a beard off, getting ready for finals. We feel like we're in finals as well as these guys. So Travis is winning that battle right now, which I'm not happy about.
So what's up with these Nebraska guys taking over Brown though?
I know. We got two. And I think Tyler took a visit to Nebraska. He could have been a Husker. We're just trying to do a family atmosphere back here.
I'm pretty sure Travis had two monsters before this whole thing, right?
He did.
Yeah, two energy drinks. He's just ball of fire over there. Awesome.
Yeah, we got to be careful. Richard's a Sooner, so we got to watch out.
Hey, no.
Eye on him.
Watch it. All right. Hey, Ophir, I want to talk to you a little bit about your freestyle experience as well. I don't know if people know, if you're watching at home, Ophir was a junior world bronze medalist for Israel. So talk to me about that experience.
Second.
What's up?
He was second, and then university bronze.
Yeah. Silver medalist.
Yeah,
I got it. Bronze just feels better. Sorry, man. Sorry. So talk about that experience a little bit for me, and getting that international opportunity.
Yeah, I been wrestling for Israel internationally the past 3 years. So 3 years ago, I went to the European Championships, and those didn't go how I wanted to, but kept training. As soon as the folk style season's over, I focus on transition over to freestyle, training that through summer, and went out, kept competing. I went to, like you said, the Junior World Championships, did pretty good, and then last year went to the University World Championships, and I got third, and I wore my brown wrestling shirt on the podium.
You look good up there. Really?
I think I did see that. Yeah.
So yeah, I love all sorts of wrestling, whether it be freestyle or folk style, and I really feel that it's also, benefited my wrestling during the season during folk, even though freestyle and folk style are obviously have different rules, but it's still wrestling. So I felt like training through summer is really paying off. When I come around back to folk style during the regular season.
Mm-hmm. So how does that all come about? I mean, you're from went to high school in Texas. Now you're at Brown. You're wrestling at the Worlds for Israel. How does that all matriculate?
Yeah, well, I was actually, before I went to high school in Dallas, I was born in Israel,
mm-hmm.
and lived there for 7 years, and then we moved back to Dallas when I was young. But I always felt like if it was a possibility, I'd love to compete internationally on the highest level, and I'm fortunate enough to where I'm put in a position where I can wrestle for Israel's national team, and at this point, I just want to see how far my wrestling can take me, and shooting for 2016 Olympics to compete there, and yeah, just like I said, I just want to keep wrestling, see how far it takes me, and a lot of people don't have the position I am, or they can wrestle for a national team, so I definitely don't take that for granted, and I'm very fortunate in my position.
So, kind of answered it a little bit, but for a future after you graduate, definitely planning on wrestling freestyle for Israel in the coming years.
Yeah, well, I actually have one more semester of school that I'll be after this year, so I'll be staying at Brown for sure next year, and then.
Okay.
Yay!
Yep.
He's actually getting a double major, which is impressive in Ivy League school. So we're happy he's getting it. 'Cause he'll be around next year working with the upper weights, getting them better, and we're excited. It's great news. Great news.
Yeah, definitely. So training through next year and hoping to compete internationally in some big tournaments, and then hopefully that'll lead to qualifying a spot for the Olympics. That's the plan right now.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I gotta admit I'm a little partial to the Dallas guys. I mean, I grew up in Oklahoma, right? So I knew a bunch of Allen guys growing up. So I remember old Papa Bernstein walking around those Oklahoma tournaments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to touch on recruiting a little bit. I don't know who's best to answer this, area, but who deals with most of the recruiting? Are you all three going on trips, or and what kind of student athlete are you looking for to come to your university?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, we can all touch on it. It's the big piece here. The academics and the admissions is is the biggest piece and biggest test. I think the best part about it is there's a lot of wrestlers and blue chip wrestlers coming out realizing the value of an education. And they're getting all A's and B's and taking honors class and AP, and they're putting themselves in a position to get into an Ivy League school. You're not getting in on your own. It's very tough. It's like winning the lottery. But if you can use wrestling as a catalyst to get in, the sky's the limit. So I think we're fortunate enough to see a lot of kids that they're keeping their grades up, and now it's Tyler and Travis have been going out there hitting the road, and he was up in Ironman. I'm going to the Beast this weekend, and then it's finding the ones not only that you can get in, but the ones you want, that fit our mold of what we're trying to do and trying to build. So it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. So I don't know if Tyler can hit on it a little bit, and then Travis, and kind of I think the good thing with they each come from a different area. I mean, the thing about Brown, it's we can recruit throughout the country. Guys coming from the West Coast, the Midwest. I mean, they're all looking to go to the best schools, and what the Ivies are doing now, it's opening those doors to to get some of those kids to come out east and go to Brown.
Yeah, like Todd said, here at Brown, we're looking for the best in academics and the best in athletics. We like to see that well-rounded student athlete. Like you said, we recruit nationwide, whether it be we have Travis that's out from the West Coast, I'm from the Midwest, and then Todd's from here out east. So we can all kind of touch those areas, and we have a lot of contacts in those areas. When we're out recruiting, when we're on the road, and it's just great to have people from all over on the staff.
Yeah, I mean, I think our biggest thing is we're going out cross country trying to find the best fit for Brown academically, athletically, for sure, for wrestling. And then, we want to find great people across the board like Ophir is. He's a great human being, great wrestler, great student all across the board. So that, we're trying to, fit the mold, and Ophir fits that mold right now, and that's who we're kind of trying to mimic our recruits around, is guys like that, guys that fit that mold for sure. So.
The other piece that we kind of touch on, so the scholarship piece, it's financial aid based, so that's another little small hurdle, but it can go, many different ways. I mean, some guys on the team are paying this, and some are paying a little more, and so that's another little hurdle outside the admission side. You're not able to offer a scholarship, but I think a lot of the recruits see the value in graduating from Brown and graduating from Ivy League school, where it's going to set them up for the rest of their life. So it's figuring out what it's going to cost, is it worth it, and what the future holds by having that degree. So that's another nice little hurdle to have, but another little just like anywhere, you always have different recruiting issues that you deal with.
Right. Well, actually, I got a Twitter question, and it's kind of similar. Can go to any coach. How's it different coaching in the Ivy League compared to where you've been before? It wasn't directed at any one particular coach, but whoever wants to take a stab at that.
One of you guys want it?
You guys have.
Yeah.
I've been at Ivy League, and then I was at a junior college for a year. So it's two completely different ends of the spectrum. As in junior college, we're looking to get great athletes and good students, but Ivy League, you have to get that great student and great athlete. And
Neosho, Kansas, right?
Yeah, I was at Neosho for a season.
Yeah. I did my research.
Very similar to Brown.
Very similar, yeah. Well, actually, we got another one too. How important is the alumni support? For your program, especially since you guys, have the scholarship invitations.
That's a huge part of our program. These guys are very excited. They're very involved. When we set our schedule this year, after and I guess going back to your earlier question, year two, after dealing with year one, how strong the alumni are, and how they want to be a part of it, and how they want to see guys excel. And the one thing with Brown, it's a strong alumni community that they constantly they're coming back to campus for this, that, and the other, and we see it on the wrestling side. So when we set the schedule this year, it wasn't just to prepare our guys for the NCAA tournament, but every event we went to, it was around really a strong alumni support. So we went out to Vegas. We had a strong alumni support. The LA, California area all came out. Had a good turnout there, supporting the team, watching them. We're going out to Midlands. We got a strong support out in Chicago. So we're gonna do a little get together out there with some alums, eat some Deep Dish pizza, see which one's the best one. And then we're going out to California. We got strong alumni in that San Francisco Bay Area. Again, do a little event out there and really connect our guys. And hopefully while we're out there, go to Facebook or Google and check those places out. Really kind of just the bigger picture of life after wrestling and connecting these guys so they go on to be very successful on the mat and off the mat. So these alums, they're great to be around. They're fun and they're very supportive. Good fan base.
Well, that's something also that all the guys in the team are really excited about too, because like Coach Beckerman said, we're starting to notice how much these alumni really just are. They want to help us. They want to, if they can have anyone that they know that can help us out with a job over here, or internship, or even like they could help get someone into like a school that they have connections with. They all just really want us to succeed as much as possible, and they're into this for it too. We have a lot of alums, who not only follow us on Twitter and Facebook, which is the standard thing to do, but they come to our matches and cheer us on, and that's really exciting for us as athletes.
Awesome, man. Well, glad to hear that. I did have a question. You have some twins on your team, the Bree twins. Is that right?
We do. You
do? Okay, well, I was their camp counselor back when I wrestled in college. I was just looking at your roster. I was like, man, those kids.
They probably remember you and love you. I'm not sure which one you like better, though.
I'm not going to say.
Yeah, they're doing great. They're freshmen this year, and great ambassadors for the program, and they know everyone in Rhode Island, and they're hopefully they're going to bring a big fan base and big things from them. But they talk about their Oklahoma experience, and many times. I think they love Maple and Patterson a lot out there, and probably you as well.
Probably not as much. I don't think Well, we'll just leave it at that. But I did have one question, for Billy. He was supposed to come on, but he took a year off, right, to help found Beat the Streets Providence. I mean, I looked at that and I was a little, man, that's who does that? Who takes a year off wrestling to do that? So I don't know if you guys can touch on that, on exactly what he did and why he did it.
It's unbelievable. I wish he was on here. I think he's he's still in that final. I think he said the final was going to go from 2 to 5, and he's probably going to be in there the whole 3 hours writing a paper. But yeah, it's pretty remarkable, pretty amazing. I mean, that's what you're dealing with Brown students and Brown athletes. I mean, he took the year off last year, and you can't just redshirt in the Ivy. It has to be for educational reasons or study abroad, and it's not just easy like in a state school where you decide, okay, I'm going to redshirt this year, and he goes and starts 2 Beat the Streets programs in Providence, and now he has 5 of them, and it's grown wrestling in Providence and in and around Rhode Island. It's unbelievable, and that's the kind of person he is. He went out and fundraised X amount of dollars, and really just getting a lot of support. And he's actually able to get Brown involved, where some of our guys are able to get involved with the marketing side and use it as a class, use it as an internship to build off of. One guy's doing the fundraising, one's doing the marketing, one's doing another piece that they're not only helping to grow wrestling, but they're building their resume and their classes, and they're learning on the job kind of experience. So it's amazing what he's done, and Ophir can touch on it a little bit. He's helped out with it as well. A lot of our guys go over there and help with the practices, and just see these kids getting better and better. It's neat to see the sport grow.
Yeah, what's that been like for you, Ophir?
Yeah, like Coach said, it's really just been awesome seeing Billy build this from the ground up. I remember when he was just first started talking about the idea of starting the Beat the Streets Providence, and it's really amazing how far it's come. And the reason why he's had so much success is that he just loved it so much. He has such a passion for not only for wrestling, but just for helping these kids, coaching wrestling, bettering their lives. So I just as a friend, I'm just so proud of Billy for everything he's done there. And then like Coach said, a lot of the guys on the team have also benefited from it just by padding their resume, by internships, taking classes. So it's been just overall, and just about every aspect has been very positive for the Brown wrestling family.
Yeah, I mean, just remarkable. I mean, for a student that again, taking classes and doing this, that, and the other to add this onto his plate, plus training, plus getting ready for his senior year. So it's been special to have him for the last 2 years. I mean, he's a leader in and out of the room, and guy that loves to work hard. I mean, we call him Turbo around here. He loves to wrestle, loves to work out, and him and Coach Grayson are pretty tight. So he's great to have, and hopefully he stays around for 5, 10, 15 years, doesn't leave us. Good.
Awesome. Well, kept you guys about 30 minutes. I mean, any closing thoughts? What's coming up next for you? I don't want to keep you too long. I know it's finals week. You smart kids have to study.
Well, we got Midland's coming up. Another great test. Out there in Evanston, and we'll see our alums out there. And then the big one, I think, is the California trip. I'm really excited to go out there, and I think the whole team's excited. So we'll head out there, wrestle Cal Poly, Bakersfield, Stanford, Menlo, and then I'm hoping we tour Facebook and Google and check out some social media stuff, and maybe check in while we're there and really have some fun with it. So. It's making the year enjoyable, and then we got Cornell at home, and all the other Ivies, and we do have one event. We're going to try the Beauty and the Beast this year. So
Nice.
Gymnastics will go on when we wrestle during Alumni Weekend. It'll be 6 o'clock on a Saturday, and it'll be a big circus, and we'll be shooting double legs, and they'll be doing flips, and the pit's total, they're going crazy, and it'll be a fun day, and then we'll end with senior night, Ophir, and hopefully we can find a couple more years for him to stay and compete somehow, get a 5th, 6th year. But, it's good, man. We'll see. Arch Madness will be around the corner. We'll head to St. Louis in March and get ready for that.
Outstanding. Well, guys, I appreciate it. It was fantastic. It's great talking with you. Best of luck this season. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, Richard. This is great stuff, man. Let us know if you ever want us back on there or whatever. This is awesome.
You got it. You got it, brother.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Chat soon.
See you guys.